What if I told you that the people who prefer to be alone are actually the most powerful people in the room? Not broken, not antisocial, not lonely, powerful. Science is now proving what most people never understood, that solitude isn't a weakness. It's a superpower. And if you're someone who genuinely enjoys your own company, this video is going to change how you see yourself forever. Stay with me. Because these 5 superpowers, they're backed by real research and they might just describe you perfectly. The first superpower is this: people who enjoy being alone have stronger emotional self-control than almost anyone else. When you spend time alone, you're forced to sit with your own thoughts, your emotions, your fears. Most people run from that. They fill every second with noise, social media, conversations, anything to avoid being alone with themselves. But not you. You've learned to process your emotions instead of reacting to them. A 2017 study from the University of Rochester found that people who voluntarily seek solitude show significantly lower levels of emotional reactivity. They don't explode. They don't crumble. They think and then they respond. That's not weakness. That's mastery. While the world is reacting, you're already 3 steps ahead. The second superpower: you create things that most people can't even imagine. Solitude and creativity have always been connected. Einstein, Newton, Tesla, some of the greatest minds in history were known for spending enormous amounts of time alone thinking, experimenting, creating. And now science backs it up. A study published in the Academy of Management journal found that people who spend time in solitude consistently produce more original and creative ideas than those who are constantly surrounded by others. Why? Because in silence, your brain enters what's called a default mode network, a state where it freely connects ideas, makes unexpected links, and generates solutions that group thinking simply cannot reach. Your alone time isn't wasted time. It's your creative laboratory. Superpower number 3, and this one is rare: you actually know who you are. Most people go through life performing a version of themselves shaped by other people's expectations. They don't know what they truly want, what they actually believe, or what makes them feel alive. But people who enjoy solitude, they've done the inner work. Research from Harvard psychologist Dr. Shelley Carson shows that regular solitude increases self-concept clarity, meaning you have a clear, consistent understanding of your own identity. You know your values. You know your limits. You know your purpose. And here's why that matters: people who know themselves are harder to manipulate, harder to control, and harder to shake. When everyone else is chasing what looks good on the outside, you're already building what matters on the inside. That's power most people never develop. The fourth superpower: your rest actually restores you. Here's something most people don't understand. Social interaction, even enjoyable interaction, costs mental energy. For people who thrive in solitude, being alone isn't draining. It's the opposite. It's where they refuel. Psychologists call this introversion-based restoration. Your nervous system literally calms, your stress hormones drop, and your mental clarity sharpens, all in quiet, uninterrupted alone time. This means when you re-enter the world, you bring full energy, not leftover energy. You're sharper, more focused, more present. While others are running on empty, burning out trying to keep up with everyone around them, you've already recharged and you're ready to perform at your absolute best. Solitude isn't you hiding from the world. It's you preparing for it. And the fifth superpower, perhaps the most powerful of all: your mind is built different. A groundbreaking study from the University of California found that people who regularly enjoy solitude have higher levels of psychological resilience, meaning when life hits hard, they recover faster than most. Why? Because they've spent time alone with discomfort, with silence, with uncertainty, and they didn't fall apart. That repetition builds something that no motivational speech, no social validation, no amount of likes on social media can give you. Inner toughness. You've learned to sit in the fire without flinching. You've learned to trust yourself when no one else is there to reassure you. That's the kind of strength the world doesn't teach, but solitude quietly builds inside you. So let me say this clearly. If you enjoy being alone, if people have ever made you feel like something is wrong with you for it, science disagrees. You process emotions deeply. You create on a different level. You know yourself in a way most people never will. You recharge completely. And you carry a mental strength that most people spend their whole lives trying to find. You're not broken. You're built for something bigger. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're new here, welcome to Rise with Facts. We bring you the truth that science proves and the world forgets. See you in the next one.